Starburns Audio.
Thank you for listening to the Starburns Audio Podcast Network. We have so many great comedy shows to add to your playlist. Just last week on Starburns Audio, on the Season 2 premiere of Humans Who Make Games, Adam Conover talks to comedian Ron Funches and Jean Goudon, creative director of the Assassin's Creed series. On Boogie Monster, Kyle Kinane and Dave Stone share a perfect recipe for the quarantined cook. This week on Profiles and Eccentricity, they cover the history of the Khorasan Unity cult, folks for whom a flat earth is ridiculous because they believe it's really a concave shell. Search Starburns Audio on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or any podcast platform for our full list of shows, featuring hosts like Joe Coy, Amanda Seals, Jessica Chobot, and Jackie Johnson. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Starburns Audio. Enjoy the show. Stay safe, stay healthy, and keep laughing.
Dan and Ren and Jay will share tales of folks so unaware they lack in grace and sometimes choose the life they choose will make the news. Breaking down each epic fail in Florida, there's half-price bail. I'm happy to say they couldn't make this up. So listen to our podcast jam with co-host Arm and Dan. Benders, don't be a jerk, cause when the music hits the funny hits and we are gonna take you down. Stick around. Make a sound, hunker down, it's Dumb People Town.
Hey, Townies, welcome to another episode of Dumb People Town. Population you. Population Kinane. Welcome back, Kyle Kinane.
What's up, guys?
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm great.
We've been talking about you traversing this wonderful country of ours, and you like to camp, you like to get out. You like to get out in your quietude, your solitude, and enjoy it out there.
Yeah, I kind of value being alone a lot now.
Does this have anything to do with the fact that the world's getting dumber at a rate that's basically more than global warming?
Well, is your opinion that it's dumber or you're exposed to more dumbness?
That's a great question. I think both. I think both is happening.
We have access to more information.
But it's also never been more okay to be dumb.
Yeah, dumb is like coming out of the shadows.
Dumb, you're going to get a lot of people that are like, I hear you, man.
Yeah, there's a lot more.
What it is?
Maybe it's because of the
like.
access to it, and people are like, I think that way.
Yeah,
Hey.
I'm upset about it all entirely.
Right.
But then I can sit here and criticize. And because I couldn't reset a password for a website,
It's affecting you.
I slammed my laptop on a coffee table.
And broke
not.
it?
Yeah.
Did you break it?
I will give that much credit to Apple products.
They know it.
I wanted it broken because there's nothing more satisfying than I don't have this physical rage with anything else in my life, but technology when it's like, but you can't do that. It's expensive and it's your leash to the rest of the world. I'm like, fuck this leash, and I smashed it so hard,
And it didn't break.
and dented the shit out of it.
Well, but it didn't break.
And I hurt my hand. My first move is to punch down on it, which
Yeah.
isn't smart at all, because there's a table under there.
Yeah, you're punching down on
a lot more than just the
So
computer.
yeah, I've hurt this hand repeatedly. And then I also ripped my closet door off the wall because it was in my way when I tried to walk away from the computer.
I get
To
it.
calm down, the closet wouldn't close the right way. And it's like in a movie where somebody's like, the guy's like calmly raging, like, well, I guess I'll fix it. And the fix is to just rip it off the hinges.
Ripped it off the wall. So, okay, it's affecting you. It's affecting us.
So that's my...
Hey, Kyle.
It is a good
Sense.
moment though when you can go rip a door. Like my daughter,
felt
when
fucking
she
great.
was 1, locked herself into our bedroom, and we were trying to get her out and trying to tell her to turn the key, and she
Yeah.
would.
Trying to tell a 1-year-old to turn a
couldn't
key
do
is
anything.
like trying to tell a drunk person that he's going to be okay, just lay down. Right? That's the same. Like
Neither of them were
Dude,
going to
you're
do
fine.
it.
Still.
So I So I told her to back off, and I shouldered through the door and knocked it off the frame, and I felt like the Rock.
Yeah. It's a great feeling.
It's a good feeling.
Great
Sometimes
feeling.
we got to get that shit out, but you also don't feel great about it. I think our only way is to stay sane. At least I know I'm this way, is through comedy.
Yep.
Like we have to talk about how dumb this world is becoming. We have to get it. We have to try and understand the dumbness.
I understand.
We understand the
Do you
dumbness.
take action against it?
Well, we'll see. Let's just talk about it because we'll learn about
Dan
it.
gets 3
stories sent to him that we
do.
don't know about. We've never heard them before, and we get to break them down and
And we try and
understand
understand this dumb world of ours through these stories. And so I'm so
boy.
happy that you're here. I'm so happy that you're here, Kyle Kinane. All right, before we jump into the story with Kyle Kinane, we have to thank all the people. We said we were going to do this. This is one of the things we mentioned about our DRIP program.
Yeah.
Everybody who's contributed $6 or more to the DRIP program, we would like to thank you personally on this show so everyone can hear it. Dan, you've got the list of names. By the way, today is the 11th when this drops. Tomorrow's the September 12th. That is the last day you can become a founding member of the DPT.
And I am not joking. There are going. Once this ends, we're going to start releasing surprises, goodies, maybe like even some mini contests. There's going to be fun stuff for people who are founding members, even things where it might be like we specifically do a group picture of just founding members that are at live shows, things like that. You're going to get some more opportunities for starting out with us and being in it on the ground floor. We are obviously going to find a way to say thank
We're
you.
so
for that.
thankful right now,
Yeah.
but let's thank these people right now, Dan.
Right now we have 199 people. Yeah, that we have to thank. So we'll bang some of these out right now.
We want to get to 5,000 so we can get Jan Flato his money back. So let's do
Agreed.
that. But
We're on our way.
Let's thank these people, Dan.
All right, I want to thank Jeff Cutshaw.
Yep.
Thank you, Jeff.
I cut my shaw the other day, and I'm feeling better.
You are?
Yes,
Good.
thank you,
I was
Jeff.
worried about it.
Jay, we got a lot of names to get through
Somebody
here.
we've known for a long time, Kimberly Fritz.
Thanks, Fritzy.
Yes, she's a founding member. Christine Halverson.
Halverson.
I know, I love that name. Nick Colucci's been around with us for a long
Baluch.
time. Edward Booth. I know. Tracy Fritz. There's so many people.
Tracy
Mama
Fritz, Kim
Fritz.
Fritz's mom.
Nate Mauger. Alexander Viana. Alex comes to so many of our
Thanks,
shows.
Alex.
Love
Appreciate
Mama.
it, brother.
It's great. I love that dude, and I love that he's a townie.
He participates a lot, yeah.
Yeah, I will. Camille FM, which is a great frequency. Jake Magnuson.
Magnus for Magnuson.
I know. Ben Potter. Derek Lipkin.
Lipkin.
that
He's
guy.
a pinball
You know, it's-
wizard.
He's got to be a twist.
You know what's funny? I think it was just Camille, and I read the FM, which is founding member.
Founding member.
That's
It's
what
just
that
Camille.
stands for. It's
Thank
just
you.
Camille.
Camille
yeah,
FM.
It's just Camille. That's how she rolls. So I said Derek Lipkin, right?
Yep.
Fraser Robinson.
Thank you.
That's a
love the
solid
sitcom.
name. I know. PX Caballero.
PX
We're
Caballero.
going to hear from her later on
PX
today. Just a little,
Caballero.
tip to you guys.
Perla.
Shane Gibson.
Thank you, Shane.
Elke Bernal Bruton.
Thank you. Dan, I
tried.
love you reading these.
I tried.
going.
Dan Ford. See, I can handle these.
Go
Cynthia-
fast. Dan, let's
Cynthia-
hear it.
You're like, is it
Cynthia
Dan
Barlow.
Ford? Am I pronouncing that right?
Cynthia Barlow, Kate Rosen, Dave Schuster.
Nice.
Simon and Schuster.
I know. Kevin Phelan.
Feeling you, bro.
Mike Joyce. These are the. I like that
I'm
you
joyful.
are giving them.
I'm joyful of that
James
guy.
Joyce.
Eric Butterfield.
Butterfield.
That sounds like a great
the
improv
Butterfield
name.
Eight,
Like
yep.
you're doing an improv scene. What's your name? Eric Butterfield. Like nobody's gonna
Why don't
doubt
you go walk it down to Butterfield's office?
Travis Ray, Eden Gamet,
Yep.
Thank you.
Betty Bice,
Nice.
double B, Tom Solo,
Thank you.
Tom Solo.
The hand solo.
I
bar.
know.
He does it all
That's
on his
a
own.
great
He does
name.
it all on his own.
That is
Do you want some help? No, I'm
No,
solo.
I'm solo. Those are some thank yous that we wanted to do today. We're going to spread it out because we want to have enough time to say thank you personally to each and every one.
So if
We're
we
not
didn't
gonna-
get to your name, hey, we're going to do that in future
It's
episodes.
coming. Keep listening.
If you haven't to sign up for the drip, please do so. We really, really, really
You
want to
could
get
hear us name your name on the show and get all kinds of other great things.
and
That's our
enjoy the
program.
drip content, extra episodes, whether they be stories or stories of Randy at Burning Man,
Coming up.
or phone calls with Mason Tackett. We'll figure that out
Yeah.
too. Just people on the show. We are going to make this happen.
All right, let's get into the first story.
Yeah.
Here we go. This was sent in using the hashtag DumbPeopleTown and sending to @DanielVanKirk by Adam Shreve or Shreve, Shreve.
Shreve.
That's what I would go with
Shreve.
too.
Adam from Shreveport.
At AW Shreve,
Right.
which I'm sure it's his initials, but I just want him to like A&W root beer. No ice, straight from the tap.
If you shiv someone, that's like you take a
That's SHIV.
right, but that is the if you shrieve someone, what is that?
That means you get him a free root beer.
That would be great.
Have you eaten at an A&W recently?
Yes,
Are you fucking
not
kidding
recently.
me?
I'm just confused by the, get the grandfather burger. Like, no.
What does that mean?
That makes
That's
you
their
feel
menu
old.
items are all named
There's one
after
on-
family.
Oh.
There's one on exit 133, Highway 19, just north of Madison.
Oh, boy.
And that one has the real, there's no, it's just, it's like almost comes out flat. Like it's not the, what do you call
The
it?
taps.
Carbonated.
Yes.
It's got a bad bricks.
Yeah, and it's got its own thing. You're not supposed to put ice in it. That is always if you can get that A&W, you're
Is
doing
it
okay.
cold? Mm-hmm.
So
I almost belched myself out of the movie Son-in-Law because I got a 6-pack of root beer from the dollar store
Well, that'll
and
do
snuck it in to see Son-in-Law.
brought your own snacks.
And it gave me so much gas, I almost had to leave
The
the theater.
dollar store root beer, like it's called Logs, like Logs root beer
Yeah.
or something like that.
Dabs.
Yeah.
know what it was.
Stepdad.
Stray and W.
That's right, W.
Stray and W or stepdad's root beer would be
Dusty off the shelf.
back shelf root beer.
Right.
IBS root beer.
Sharks.
Sharks. Okay.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
So thank you, Adam Shreve, where we landed on this. Fairview Park, Ohio.
Oh boy.
A Cleveland
Swing
man.
state.
A Cleveland man was arrested for disorderly conduct while intoxicated
Of course.
after dancing around a Fairview Park shopping center, sitting inside a stranger's car, and pouring fabric softener over himself.
Is that bad?
I was with him up till the fabric softener.
Yeah? Some would say he went for the cycle.
Dancing around, sat in a stranger's car.
Right?
I had a friend here on Cahuenga. I left because she was so drunk I couldn't help her anymore, which doesn't say much about
Yeah,
me.
that's like Kyle. You're like
I tried to be a gentleman to a point. I'm like, tell me where you live. And she's like, downtown. I'm like, I can't do
Goodbye.
it. And then my friend, after I left, she's like, yeah, I spent about another 10 minutes trying to get into a parked car. She kept telling everyone it was her Uber. So I could see getting
You can
into a
see how you can
stranger's
get to
car.
that
In this
point?
day and age of Ubers and Lyfts, I think like everyone's car feels like fair game. So I'm with you. I agree. We are getting into regular people's cars with more regularity as a
Yeah,
so
it's real
it's-
nonchalant to just hop into a Sonata sight unseen.
And
Oh,
by
yeah.
the way, if you leave your door open near a bar, expect someone to sit in it.
Somebody went through my car because I forgot to lock it, and I was like, I can only get kind of mad.
Because you're
also
like,
on
it's
you.
kind of on
I
me.
live in a big city.
I live in
Yeah.
a city. Lock it up,
someone's going to rummage
or
through
someone's
something.
going to get
But
through
the
it.
but the fabric softener, are we to understand he just had it?
Or
Well,
found
Found
it in the
Found
maybe
in the
it's in the
stranger's
car.
car.
Fairview police were called Saturday at about 7:40 p.m.
Okay.
Look, we have a shirt coming out. We
have
have
a
a
new
shirt,
piece
a
of
new
merchandise.
piece of merch coming out that
Bars
says,
dropping
That
This
says,
is true.
we
It's-
did in the Patton episode, 6 p.m. is the 3 a.m. of day drinking.
Now,
Is
we
that
may
the
have
truth?
rounded down, but 6 p.m. is
No,
the
that
3
makes sense.
That
That's
does,
the
right?
3
That makes
a.m. of
sense.
day drinking.
So
Yeah.
7:40, you're about 4:40 a.m. from some day drinking,
Right.
Because that's like the end of the night. So naturally, you're going to be pouring fabric.
By the way,
softener
if it
over.
happened recently, still light out. 7:40 a.m. It's still light
7:40
out.
p.m.
True.
Yeah.
True. So yeah, that means you had 6 hours in.
Yeah, you're 6
Yeah.
hours in.
Yeah. It's time for lunch. You're 6:40 in on your work day of drinking. Take your lunch break.
Have you ever had that like day drinking and then you go get a regular dinner time, but you're the drunkest person
Yeah, oh,
at
yeah.
a family restaurant?
And
You're
usually
like,
you're the only one.
yeah, I'm gonna have all the food. Thanks. Just bring out whatever. I'm not gonna remember what I order. Just put it in front of me
Yeeches.
and say bon appetit. I don't care if it's an Italian restaurant. Slap it in front of me, and I will reward you handsomely.
One time in
Yitches.
Chicago, it was St. Patrick's Day. We decided we need to eat something. Every bar is packed. We were on Diversey, and so we went to the Chipotle. And that was when we found out on St. Patrick's Day drunk that you could get margaritas at the
Yeah.
Chipotle.
Nope.
We were there for 3 hours.
No, no. Those
just made
seats
it a
aren't
bar.
designed for you to
And
sit down for 3 hours.
I do not doubt me when I tell you that we ended up not being the only people drinking on St. Patrick's Day in a Chipotle
I'm sure you
in,
weren't.
in
By
Chicago.
the way, margaritas are green.
That's like
I-
counter programming.
It works. I did the same thing when I was in San Diego on a 3-day weekend working down there in the Gaslight District. Where I'm like, this is a horrible place. This is just. It's like
lot
if,
of drunk
if,
people.
if date rape was a geographic location.
Yeah, and had
That's
cobblestones.
That part, yeah, that's that part. And I was co-headlining with Tom Segura.
Yeah.
And I remember
what a
going,
show.
I remember going by TGI Fridays. I'm like, we're drinking there.
Nope.
Nobody's going in there. Everybody's young and hot and trying to get herpes out here.
Yeah.
Nobody's touching a TGI Fridays. We sitting there. We got apps. We got drinks. Nobody's around, and we got to watch the chaos through their 3 sides of windows they had facing everything.
it's like a big
being in
screen
the,
TV.
Oh, it's like being in the control room where they like,
Yeah.
you know.
yeah, totally.
I could just see you guys eating loaded potato skins, and you just turning to Segura and be like, "She's gonna fall."
Yep.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
going
down.
Making
She's going
friends
down.
with some bar back who's doing napkin rolls for 3 hours.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's just me going, told you so. Best place in San Diego to drink on a
She
three-day
just
weekend.
broke a heel.
Uh-huh.
I need to marry my ketchups. Well, she's never
I
getting
tried
married.
to help a woman laying in a gutter vomiting. She told me to go fuck myself. I'm like, all right, San Diego, this one's you.
That's on
Have
you.
it. Have
That's
it.
on you,
Stay
Boyertown.
Yeah.
So Fairview Police were called at 7:40 p.m. to Five Below at the Westgate Shopping Center. What is Five Below?
Five Below is like. Do you know what it is?
cream?
Ren?
I'm going to guess ice
Is it ice cream? To me,
That's
I
what
feel
would
like
guess
it's
too.
like
If
a
it was Vegas, I'd be like it's one of those ice bars.
ice bar, like an ice bar.
If
It's
that was
five-
Vegas.
you know what I mean? Like
What
Five
a
Below.
specific temperature.
We do shots. We keep the ice bar at 5 degrees below zero.
Right. That's
And we
fucking
just
cold.
run the vodka down this sled here, and you put your mouth on the thing, and you do the vodka shot.
Have you been
Well-
to an ice bar? Have you ever been to an ice bar?
I have
I've
done an
seen
ice
one.
shot before.
Yeah. Oh, the luge.
So-
It's called luge,
So
right?
your mouth is down at the bottom of this thing. So unsanitary.
You could not be more wrong. Five Below.
Look at Jason Sklar, our in-show research department.
Five Below is a store with unlimited possibilities where tweens, teens, and beyond are free to let go, have fun
What?
in a color-popping, music-pumping, super fun shopping experience where you'll always find the coolest stuff for $5 or less, making it easy to say yes and smile big with our tech tees,
They put
sports
up-
balls, beauty, candy,
They
remote
worked
control
for
toys.
months on
Oh
this.
so much.
my
This-
God.
I still don't know what it is.
gonna
That's
say-
the longest explanation to accomplish nothing.
It's basically it's like 5 times better than a 99-cent store.
It's a tchotchke place. It's like if Spencer Gifts had all the counter shit.
It's like
that's the only stuff
PacSun
they
for
had.
people who should be at PacSun.
Right. They should have called it impulse buy. Everything that's just
Okay.
sitting up
All
on the
right.
thing in a whole store. Five below.
Five Below.
And I
And this
guarantee
guy
you
can
guys-
Endless
up outside of that.
possibilities with tweens, though.
Endless possibilities with
Perfect
tweens.
for a drunk guy.
Tweens,
Whoa.
teens, and beyond,
And
is
beyond.
what it said. Which
He's
is
the Beyond. It's like Bed Bath
I
and
love
Beyond.
that
He's
store.
the Beyond.
I love that store.
Tweens, Teens, and Beyond?
So this
Why
is-
is that not the name of the store?
So in all this fun stuff, this guy found some discount fabric softener
And I guarantee you,
$5.
that
Say
tweens, tweens love.
fabric softener.
Softening their fabrics.
Yeah, just an easy wearing T-shirt.
No static.
You
on
know
that.
those latchkey
Yeah.
kids doing their own laundry. They love Five Below.
They love it.
you guys, you just made me think of something. Do you think tweens still pass notes? Like,
they
are notes,
text.
are
They
notes
text.
still a thing in
No.
like middle school?
They text.
Middle school, no. Elementary school, yes. My son
Notes-
got a
note-
note passed to him.
Notes are still happening?
Note.
Yeah.
Note.
I mean, we still buy paper.
Oh, I thought you were supposed to.
Hand note.
You know what
Still
I'm
buy
saying?
paper,
As long
so
as paper exists,
Somebody's writing something.
a note's going to go somewhere.
I just
I get all
really
my
wondered
paper
that.
at Five Below.
Can you just not like? Do teachers confiscate? My
Yeah.
friend who's a teacher he would keep like clean socks in his drawer, but he'd pretend he was taking his sock off. He's a teacher. So got your phone, and we'd put it in the sock and just put it on his desk and like, all right, who else wants to talk on their phone? Pretend like he was taking his dirty
Pro
sock
move.
off.
That's
That
a
is
pro
like,
move,
because
bro.
who's going to touch that?
He had
Who
good
is going to
moves.
touch that?
He had good moves.
By the way,
as a
who's
teacher.
going to then put that up to their face?
Yeah,
one. Right.
Well,
Nobody.
everybody else is like, I'm not taking my phone out. It's not going unless they just do it twice and realize he's.
By the way,
ran
that
out of
is a
socks.
great. If any teachers are out there and you
Pro
have
move.
and you're dealing with this, do that.
Yeah.
Well, the cops were called to Five Below at the Westgate Shopping Center after a customer found a man in her back seat after returning to her car, police said.
Yeah.
She left it unlocked in Cleveland, right? Like you were
a
saying,
mall
Kyle,
parking
little bits on her.
A little bit.
But imagine that, like, hey, hey.
How you doing?
When did she realize it? Because a lot of times you don't look in your back seat. You just
Oh, that's
open
the
the door
horror
and you
movie
sit down.
about the
Yeah.
car
Right.
flashing their brights and like
Right.
this guy wants to kill. He's like, "There's somebody in your back seat."
Yes. She yelled at him and the
The
man
softener's coming from the back seat.
she yelled at him and the man ran away.
All right.
He's not looking for a fight.
No, he is not trying to
Well,
do.
he just went. That's a mall parking lot. Do you know how many cars he had to try?
Also,
probably?
he's in the back seat.
Right.
Yeah.
If you're in the mall,
He's
Kyle,
softened up.
Kyle,
He's
you're
been
coming out of
softened.
TGI Fridays. You've had a few. You're coming out of TGI
Yeah.
Fridays at the mall. You see a man walk up to a car. Nobody else is there. No one's around him. Open up the back seat and sit down in a parked car. That's the point when I start calling the police.
I think I saw
I've
a
done
ghost.
that. I've done that to my car.
You sit in the back seat.
I've had a few at
Sleep it
TGI
off?
Fridays. I'm gonna go sleep in the
Sleep it
back
off.
seat of my car.
That's
That's
actually
it.
Yeah, but if he was sitting up still, like those people in the airplanes that don't have any headphones, no book, nothing, and they
Oh,
just stare
just
straight
sitting there.
forward.
Just consumed with their thoughts.
Yeah, if he was doing that, if that was my car, I'd be like, leave it.
Yeah.
That's his car now.
Honey, we don't have a Dodge anymore.
Right.
It's Moody's bike now.
Let me just get in here, get the title, sign it over to you.
It's yours. It's yours.
So she
You
yells
win.
at him. He runs away.
Great.
Officers scoured the neighborhood but couldn't find him. Police received another call about 20 minutes later from someone claiming that a man with a similar description was dancing outside of a Chipotle. I did not remember this element. I swear to God.
Dan, they sell margaritas at Chipotle. You've already established that.
$5.50. That's a good price for a marg.
Well,
Was it a good
someone's
marg?
doing a dance.
Was
Was it a good
It was St.
margarita?
Patrick's Day, Kyle. Of course, it was a great
Every
fucking
marg is a good marg.
Sometimes it's all mixed. Sometimes they don't put the booze
You
in.
know
It's
what?
all mixed.
Actually, only salt the half. I'll salt half that rim. I'm trying to cut back.
Salt
Dip it in
after.
guac. I want to try something new.
Throw a chip on there, too.
Margarita
Do a
and
couple
guac.
chip. We'll
You
get
throw
like a,
some chili flakes on there.
give me a twofer.
I think I got nachos accidentally. Whoops.
That's a St. Patrick holiday, right? Nachos.
This guy, I'm still not upset with him.
Sat in the car.
I don't think he's dumb.
Now
Dancing
he's
in front of
dancing
Chipotle.
outside of a Chipotle.
He's not threatening people. We know that, right? So
This
he's
is
not
like
a
when
threat.
that clown was on the street corner in England just waving at people. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, you're not breaking any laws, but
You are creepy, but you're not.
okay, so
threatening
we're
anyone.
still on board with him. He's
This guy's
dancing
still-
outside of
he's
Chipotle.
Still just having a night.
Right. Police said the man showed obvious signs of intoxication.
Oh.
He told officers he had drank how many cans of beer?
Ooh, this is
Now,
fun.
Kyle,
This
you
is
are a
fun.
guest, so you can go.
I wanted that to be. I drank how many cans of beer, officer? I wanted that to be
His
his actual
answer.
statement.
While he's dancing. While he's dancing.
If
How
you guess
many?
right, then you can arrest me.
If you guess right,
You get to go into this
dance.
Chipotle.
For the record,
You guys
Dan
here
and
for
Randy
the
are both
Chipotle?
dancing.
I'm going to buy you a
He's
margarita.
going cans, huh?
Right. You are a guest. You can go first, Tig, which is second, or third.
Where do you want to go?
You
We're
choose
gonna,
your
three of
spot.
us are going to guess. I don't know. So do you want to
I
go?
think he put down a rack.
Okay. 6?
24.
Oh, going case?
Rack of beer,
Case,
yeah.
all right.
Case.
Rack 'em up.
I'll say 14.
14.
14 beers.
18 is coming into my head for
Okay.
some reason.
He said that he drank, quote, and I'll give you the number as
Well,
well.
also, you always say
Say you
less
have
than
less.
you did.
Right.
Because
Okay.
there's like that fear of like, maybe
Right.
I'm going to get
so
in
you're
trouble.
sticking with your number?
I'm sticking with
But
14.
at this point, it's like 8 o'clock at night.
He could have drunk. He
Sure.
could have drunk as much as Kyle said, but I'm going to say he says 14
All right.
to try and
So
come off.
Randy says what?
18.
And Kyle, you say what?
20.
24.
And you say
Full rack. 14.
Jason says 14. He told officers that he drank, quote, a few 24 ounces for a total of 3 beers, but that's actually 6, right?
Yeah, if he's
Yeah,
doing
24
talls.
Yeah,
He's doing
tall
talls.
boys. That's
Talls.
6. All right.
He drank a few 24 ounces behind Key Bank. So he went behind the bank for his day
He
drinking.
made his deposit.
But when you're an
Or
adult, like when you're an adult and you're of legal age and you're hiding
you
behind
don't
a
have
building
to hide behind
drink,
a bank to drink.
there's something wrong.
You're running from something.
You're running from something.
What was this guy, homeless maybe?
No, they don't say. He also had
That would give him a reason.
Yeah,
of course,
that
well,
would,
of course.
that
True.
would, yeah.
True.
Quote, he had also doused himself at this point with fabric softener, quote, because his clothes were dirty. That is you are drunk.
I mean,
That
it's a jump in logic, sure.
It's a solution.
But he's been trying to do the right thing this whole time.
It's a time saver is what it is.
Yeah, I don't need to do
Guys,
this
let's
laundry.
skip right to the fabric softener.
He also admitted to having been in the woman's car earlier, saying he thought it was his own car. Then I love this. Police said he later admitted that he has not had a car for a long time.
Okay. All right.
I thought it was my car
were you in
from
somebody's-
1997.
Were you in somebody's car earlier?
I was. My
Well, how
car.
come?
I thought it was my car.
How long?
Where's
since
your
you-
car, sir?
I misplaced
don't have a
it.
car.
When did you misplace it? Bush 1.
Bush HW.
You look like a girl I used to know.
Sir, that is a man.
Yeah, I didn't say
The man
what you look like.
The man was arrested for disorderly conduct while intoxicated and was held until sober, which I hope they just mean is like, look, dude, you're drunk. We're just going to let
Yeah.
you sober up and get out of here.
Nicest smelling inmate
You left
they had.
that woman alone because you were so drunk you literally thought it was your car from back in the day. You tried to clean yourself and all you did was dance in front of a Chipotle.
We're going to just let you sober up. Let us just protect you so you don't do anything else really stupid.
We're going to get out of here.
If
go ahead.
if he
Drunk
was
tank, yeah.
the little snuggle fabric softener bear,
Yeah.
What was that thing's
and
name?
Snuggles,
Snuggles.
Okay.
Snuggles.
Yeah.
Fitting.
If he was the little Snuggles bear and did all these things that we said, showed up in the back of someone's car,
Right.
outside of a Chipotle,
dancing around, dancing bear.
covered in his own
Juices.
Okay.
Well,
This would not.
That's a spin on it.
took
there.
a turn.
Yeah, it did.
This would not be an issue with anyone. We
No.
would all be excited.
It could
to
be adorable.
It would be adorable.
You'd be like, hey, we were out at Chipotle having margs just the way we do.
so this is just a function of the guy being the wrong mammal.
Exactly.
It's not furry
I'm
enough.
going to use that excuse for so many of my band.
Officer, you need to understand, I'm just the wrong mammal.
If I was-
Doug's pee on this bush all the time.
if I was a giraffe, you wouldn't be
Hey,
arresting
I'm
me.
just not furry enough to pull it off.
We'll get out of here on this. Kyle Kinane, choose your slot, first, Tig, or third. How old is the man in this story?
Too much fun leaves marks in life. Living hard, you'll pay the price. Who is gonna get it right? Guess the age. Guess the age.
Okay, see.
We know some details about him, but we're not sure. He hasn't had a car for a long time.
He used to have a car, so he's over the age to
Yeah.
drive.
This is a guy that drinks
In the daytime.
Day
behind
drinks.
a bank.
Yeah. Wasn't interested in having an altercation with a woman. That was pure accident. Just tried to dance in front of a Chipotle.
I want to go in the 50s somewhere. I want to go early 50s.
Says things like a few 24 ouncers.
So you
You're
say
going 50 what?
Well, let's go 51.
51 years old from Kyle Kinane. Jason or Randy Sklar?
43.
43 from Jason
I
Sklar.
think he's 60.
60.
I really think he's 60 years old.
Get your answers in now for this round of Guess the Agey. All you townies, wherever you are, because the behind the bank drinker is
Behind the bank drinker is a phenomenal name.
64 years old.
You guys are right
Love
to
it.
go up the
and
ladder.
you know he did not think he was going to live this long.
No,
These are the actions of somebody who's going day to day.
Right. I'm living on house money at
Yeah,
this
this
point.
guy doesn't have plans for next Thursday.
House money. House money. The behind the bank drinker. I love that.
He doesn't
Story
have
one.
plans for yesterday.
There we go. Down in the woods.
Will you still need me? Will you still clean me when I'm 64?
I don't know. Behind the bank drinker, I honestly don't know. Kyle Kinane is here with us. This is Dumb People Town. We got more dumbness. Stay with us.
Stick around, make a sound for more Dumb People Town.
It's a trying time that challenges all of our basic assumptions. However, one thing that brings us all together is our common humanity. Now, more than ever, teams must come together and work together to solve big challenges. And Trello is here to help. Trello, part of Atlassian's collaborative suite, is an app with an easy-to-understand visual format. Plus, tons of features that make working with your team functional and just plain fun. Teams of all shapes and sizes and companies like Google, Fender, and even Costco all use Trello to collaborate and get work done. With Trello, you can work with your team wherever you are, whether it's at home or in an office. No matter what device you're using, computer, tablet, or phone, Trello syncs across all of them, so you can stay up to date on all the things your team cares about. Keep your workflow going from wherever you are with Trello. Try Trello for free and learn more at Trello.com. That's Trello.com. Trello.com.
Hey guys, welcome back to Dumb People Town. We want to promote Kyle Kinane and any live shows that he's doing soon. Are you on the road at all? If you haven't seen him, please go see him. It's a wonderful experience.
It's a wonderful
It
experience.
is, actually. I love it. Hey, man, we had a chance to watch you do a headlining set in Tulsa at that festival, which is my favorite part about going to a
fun.
Oh my
fun
God,
festival.
that ballroom was just amazing. But it was
were
just
amazing.
It was magical to watch you do an hour room and
Oh,
just
you guys.
lay out, stretch out, doing it because we never get to see it. You're in another city.
Really dumped him out.
Dumped it all.
Are you doing some show? Are you on the road a little bit or doing stuff here and there?
I'm out. Yeah. When's this coming out? Is this coming out?
Next
This,
Tuesday.
yeah,
Next
this will
Tuesday?
drop next Tuesday.
Oh yeah, I'll be in shit.
Where can people find your dates? Is there a Kyle Kinane?
KyleKinane.com.
Boom.
The same website I was trying to update when I smashed my computer on the table.
There it is.
God damn
With
it.
new
So
password. and
please, for the love of
For the
God,
God.
go to that website.
so he can get a new computer. Go sell out every show.
I think I saw that tweet where you were like, you know what?
It
The
was
things I
yesterday.
just posted were not accurate. I can't change what I need to for that site.
Oh, that was a couple days ago where I was
Yeah.
like, I went to go put everything up, and then there's no dates on my website because
Like,
whatever
son
service
of a
just stopped. And I'm
bitch.
like, you try to make it in this business, and it's already hard enough as it is.
Oh my
And then
God.
somebody's
So
like,
whenever I see one of those tweets come out for you, I'm just gonna be like, Kyle's having trouble with his computer again.
That's what it is.
Kyle's sleeping in the dirt. Kyle's having a few 24s
few
behind
24
the bank
ounces
today.
behind a key bank.
That plugged in life isn't working out for me. You're gonna go drink
okay.
behind the bank.
If anybody could drink behind a bank, it's you.
All right, Daniel, you got another story for us? Let's hit it.
Yes. All right. I'm bringing it up, and here we are. Okay. Sent in by Tim E. at Timothy IEYE. I think there's there is. Timothy I _ LTD. It's a limited Timothy
Limited
I.
edition Timothy.
Yeah. Okay. The man had taken GHB.
What is that?
Here we go.
Do you know what that
date
is?
rape drug.
Is
It
it?
can be used in a date rape drug. They also explain what it is. I can jump ahead to try and
It
read.
just makes you the most drunk, and then
It's known. It's
It's like a pass
I might
out
accidentally
drug.
read this again later. GHB is known to be used commonly. That's well written as a recreational chemsex drug alongside crystal methamphetamine and mephedrone. That's intense. That's way
Recreational
too intense.
That's like an
Sex?
unbelievable cocktail.
what
Recreational
translation
chemsex.
website are you?
I have no idea.
Recreational chemsex.
Yeah.
This is from.
As opposed to occupational chemsex. That's what I do, guys. That is my
Hey,
job.
I don't like to take my work home with me.
5 o'clock, I leave that back.
Dude, I clock out and
leave-
I don't even think about my
Right.
occupational chemsex.
I leave that chemsex at the office.
Yep, leave it
this
there.
is my time.
It's me time.
The
So I
man,
put my dick in a bottle of formaldehyde. I mean, I'm into dead chicks, but I'm not going to go that far. You know, I'm part of the regular world.
Linda, get back here. Linda, get back here.
Linda, where are you going? Nowhere. She's dead. Hey, all right. Hey, come on.
Don't look at me like that, Linda. You died looking at me like that?
Oh, my God.
Linda.
If I could have sewn your lips shut when you were alive, we wouldn't be in a situation.
Linda.
Now I have this compulsion to open them back up again.
Finally, somebody else does your makeup. You don't look like the half a whore you used to be.
Hey, come
Nice
on.
bangs. Nice bangs, Linda.
You know, just those teamsters that are also necrophiliacs. You know, that common trope.
Yeah.
We've all seen it.
More than we know. More people than you think.
All right. The man had taken
There's one among us. Is all
The
I'm saying.
bodies.
The man had taken GHB when he made the decision, and began to boil the
Like
eggs
LeBron. And began to boil the eggs. Yeah.
with his friend. The man from the Netherlands has not been identified due to privacy reasons.
Really?
Yeah.
What? This is so
This is
cryptic.
so
So
bizarre.
the
I
man
know.
from the Netherlands is
This is
the
like
friend,
less-
or
this
is it
is
the
more,
guy?
This is more cryptic than the description of Five Below.
Right.
It's like, what do you understand more? I can't understand either of them.
Five Below put too much time into their bio.
Five
Way
Below
too
should
much
be a
time.
movie about like snow dogs who get trapped or
Yeah.
something like that.
Teens, and beyond.
Okay. So this guy took GHB. I'm going to try and help. The guy took GHB when he made a decision to boil eggs with his friend.
Okay.
From the
This man who did this is from the Netherlands, and he has not been identified
For privacy
due
reasons.
to privacy reasons.
Okay, I'm with you.
When the eggs were ready, he peeled them and then inserted them all into his anus.
Okay.
Yep.
According to the Dutch magazine for healthcare.
Okay.
So the Dutch have their own magazine just for healthcare.
And this falls under healthcare.
Is
Yes.
this? Let me just ask:
This
Is this
falls
a
under a homeopathic treatment for what?
Good times.
hemorrhoids?
Maternal jealousy?
Being way too committed to truth or dare.
I got fallopian tubes too. I don't know why I made him a Chicago team.
And there are people in this world that will do way too many things if you just keep saying, I dared you, man.
Yeah.
I dared you. Like, if you are one of those people, take inventory.
Yeah.
Don't get goaded into something.
Well, you can also say no. I don't want to take that dare.
Yeah.
Right.
This sounds like a guy getting ready for a magic show.
When he-
I got to practice it somehow.
right. Where that only has one trick,
Yeah.
and he cannot do it again. Ever.
There is one casino in Copenhagen that is going to hire me. I swear to God.
Nobody
Look,
gets
you-
excited about the handkerchiefs anymore. We gotta just-
Up and up.
Look, you can't shit out a few eggs without cracking some almonds.
When he began feeling unwell, he took himself to the hospital where doctors discovered he had a, sorry, smart people, tachycardia, Tachy cardia.
Tachycardia.
Yeah, a heartbeat of 120 beats per minute.
Oh, it doesn't mean a bunch of eggs up your ass?
Nope. And then a
tachycardia.
some other
Tachycardia.
Tachycardia.
You're right. What's
Bunch
the
of
other
eggs
one?
Up your ass.
Typonia. not going to, 29 rapid breaths per minute. Okay. He's not doing well.
No.
The doctors suspected abdominal sepsis and performed a CT scan, which showed a perforation of the pelvic colon and giant amounts of air and fluid in his abdominal cavity.
So he jammed it up there and stopped up what was coming
This is like
down.
if Cool Hand Luke was into butt chugging.
Well,
Just a bunch of dudes who are like 27.
Cholesterol's out of the world.
That would have made that such a better scene and more of a prison scene. Am I right?
yeah.
You put him in the wrong end. You're in jail.
You got this. He's going to do it. He's going to do it.
By the way, yeah, that is. Yeah.
Wish you could give him the eggs, boss. Okay, I'm going to ask you guys, how many eggs do you think he put up into him before we dig deeper into this story?
No pun intended.
You know that it's become a severe situation. He's at the hospital.
By the way, one can be a severe situation.
Yeah, you got to think about your own.
I think the average person could handle one.
Yeah, regular stuff goes in butts all the time.
Right.
I guess so.
Kyle, where do you want to go?
You get to guess first.
They're in a line.
Yeah.
Are they?
Or they just smash.
Or did it go in like a handbag?
You're not loading it like a double barrel shotgun. They're going.
That's true. Oh, you're saying they went in one by one.
Yeah, one by one.
I'm imagining that he has them set up like in egg trays, and he's jumping over and sitting on each one and swallowing it up
For extra
and swallowing
tips?
up and
Oh,
swallowing
like
it up.
okay.
Like he's picking them up.
Wouldn't it just smash the egg? Like,
I don't know.
Hard-boiled.
He's
but a hard-boiled egg.
He peeled them. He peeled them.
So there's
But still, a
There's some
hard-boiled egg in
Up the bunny hole.
your butt.
that's a smooth texture.
It's not about smooth. It's about the tension of your butt.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
know.
how much can you
I have
open up?
no idea.
And a hard-boiled egg, though, is
flexible.
shape-wise like flex. It can change shape to mold into a space.
I mean,
there
maybe
is
he
a-
pipe fitted it and then.
Oh,
Like the
okay.
bank. Like the bank.
Like a deposit.
Yes, from our last episode. Yeah.
The bank.
Just sends it. You go to the drive-through at the bank.
What's your guess, Kyle?
You just got some weird drunk guy drinking 24s behind you, watching your ass. I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go with. Well, this happened in Denmark. Do they still sell them?
Netherlands.
Netherlands.
Yeah.
Do they still sell them in dozens over there because it's a
I
metric
imagine.
system?
Sure.
Probably.
Oh, is that a thing too?
I don't know.
10 eggs.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 10.
Really? Okay. Randy or Jason?
I think he took the drug. I think he's only 6. I think it's 6 eggs.
Okay. Randy Sklar?
I think he had 13 eggs up there.
All
A
right.
baker's dozen.
Okay. He put inside of himself 15 eggs.
Oh my
damn.
God.
Well played, Randy Sklar.
Damn.
What is going on?
So the doctors said he has giant amounts of air and fluids in his abdominal cavity. The doctor said this is why we deemed an emergency laparotomy necessary. The laparotomy, a surgical procedure involving a large incision through the abdominal wall to gain access into the abdominal cavity, was performed successfully. Woo. They went in this man.
Yeah.
I'm talking we're like
going in.
surgically gutting him.
Those are eggs over hard.
The doctor
They tossed his egg salad.
Don't you gotta hope the doctor kept being like, "Are you proud of yourself?
Are you proud of yourself?
What'd you win? What'd you win for it?
What are you doing for Mother's Day this year?
Did you get a
dared you?
Corolla?
Happy Easter.
Who aren't you speaking to in your life right now?
Exactly. Like if a Corolla walked in, he'd be like, "Who touched you?"
Yeah.
Look, I understand he drove you here, but I'm going to tell you something. That guy outside,
Not your friend.
is not your friend.
He is not your friend if you let you
A
do that.
ride is not
They
friendship.
mentioned 2 guys in
A
the
friend.
beginning of this.
Yes.
And the one guy just isn't part of the picture.
He's
when it comes-
complicit.
He's a guy who doesn't have enough control to say, hey, why don't
Stop.
you not do that?
Yeah,
Let's-
which egg did he walk out on?
Yeah.
You proved your point. 6 eggs.
It's enough, man. I'm going to be
Oh,
in the
no.
other room. Don't do it. I still hear you in there.
I hear your butt
It's like when you
sucking
give
in.
up on like saying no to your kids to the point where you're like, I can't say no to you anymore. So I guess
do
you're
it.
going to do it. Fine, do it.
Why wouldn't your body just eject that the way?
The way you
Because
just
you went too
like-
far and you ripped your stomach. The doctor said the eggs were removed as well as we could. What?
as well as we could.
You're going to have a couple hanging out for the rest of your life?
What?
It's like
You get them all out.
Right. No, some people have glass in their arm forever.
These aren't POWs.
I do it. Yeah, I've got little rocks in my elbow. I guess it's the same thing. A couple eggs.
Yeah, I got a few eggs up there.
Couple eggs floating around in me.
The eggs were removed as well we could, and the abdominal cavity was thoroughly rinsed. The eggs caused a giant rupture of the gastrointestinal wall, which was sewn up by the doctors. Luckily, The bizarre drug-fueled adventure ended well for the patient. Did it?
Did
I don't know if it ended well.
Oh, that's right. There was
He
a
took the drug.
Yeah, he's on a drug.
He GHB'd himself.
So
Right.
during
He
the
got
operation,
15 eggs up there before he passed out.
Yeah.
Or he got 11 and his friend was like, we're doing them all.
Well, I'm not eating these.
You had a goal, and I want you to reach that goal.
I'm going to win beneath your wings right now, motherfucker.
This is why we're friends.
This is why we're
This is why we're friends.
That's
You tell
what
me someone else
friends
that would
are
do this for you. When you wake up, you're going to thank me.
Keep smiling.
The doctor
Keep
said
sleeping.
after the operation, the patient was monitored in intensive care for a short time.
Of course.
After several days, he could leave the hospital in a clinically good condition. That's not speaking clinically, you're good.
Mentally, buddy.
Yeah, that's a nice way of saying, like, you're going to be fucked up for a
We
long
did what we
time.
could. That's the hospital being like, we did what we
They
could.
literally said that about the eggs. We did the eggs as best we could.
Look,
Your
we did
mental
what we
state,
could.
that you're
As
going to
best
ask a
as
lot
we
of
could.
questions
Putting
for a long
other stuff in his butt before this.
Oh,
You don't start with 15
No,
eggs?
this isn't. You're not going pro.
You
right
build
away.
up. You build up to
Yeah.
15
You
eggs.
start out with a marble.
Then it's
Nice.
Cadbury eggs. Then it's the real deal.
Cadbury. You'll
Cadbury,
lose
they
those.
melt.
They do. Well, GHB is known to, I told you I'd read this twice, is known to be used commonly as a recreational chemsex drug alongside crystal methamphetamine and methadone. I don't know if they mean it's similar to those or you use all three at once
You
for a
use
good
them
time.
you use them.
One is to get you up, and the
meth
other
gets
is
you
to-
going, and then this one sort
takes
of
you- brings
calms
you
you
back
down
down.
so you can deal with it. I guess.
doing drugs just so you could feel normal.
Yeah, you got to do some drugs to take the edge off the drugs you're doing.
I don't want
some
this
drugs.
guy's normal. I'm going to ask you guys now. We'll get out of here on this. How old is the man from Netherlands who went 15 deep with eggs?
Too much fun leaves marks in life. Living hard, you'll pay the price. Who is gonna get it right? Guess the age. Guess the age.
Kyle, you know the rules.
If it was America, I would say he was younger, but Netherlands, they get
That could
they're
be
a
anybody.
little more sexually progressive.
Yeah, sure.
Hence the whole eggs up the butt thing in the first
right.
place. I want to go with like a 47.
By the way, from here on out, that's what I'm going to call. Like an egg up your butt is a Dutch egg. He gave him a Dutch egg.
No, you're going to go to a restaurant someday. And they're
I'd
gonna,
like to order a couple of
No, you're
Dutch
going to
eggs.
see it on the menu. It's
could
going to be
be
some
Dutch
other
egg.
thing you don't know, and you're going to be like, "What?
Can I
where
get this
am
frittata cooked in a Dutch oven, please?
Open your sleeping bag. Open it up.
Daddy will make it
I
for
went down
you.
to the Bergdorf the other day. They got the Dutch egg on there now.
What the hell is that thing?
Guy next to me ordered it. They took him in the back room for 2 minutes. An ambulance pulls up. I don't see him again.
Dutch egg. It ruptured his goddamn stomach. All right, so you
Jason
said,
loves
how old
it.
did you say he was?
I fucking love it.
All right, Kyle, how old do you think he is?
I was going.
I
He said
like
47.
By the way,
didn't he?
I think this is a guy that's been putting stuff up his butt for a long time.
He said 47.
Yeah,
47.
47.
right,
That's
and he tried
our
to.
age.
This time he tried to touch the void.
He's like, hey, going down.
47 from Kyle
Yeah.
Kinane.
Yeah.
Randy or Jason?
I see he's 29. This guy's
Okay.
29.
Yeah,
29.
I think he's 25.
25.
Yeah.
All right.
I just think there's like
There's a youthful
right.
Like,
Anytime you count the amount of times he's had to shit between 25 and 47, and you realize that it is a gift just to get a good one out.
Right.
So you're not going to mess with that area.
Okay.
Ooh, okay, all right.
So I think it's kind of the hubris of I
Of a
can
young
live forever. My anus can live forever.
All right.
Okay. Hubris.
One of you is exactly right.
Oh!
Now we get
So
to
now we
play
get to play
the
the other
second
game.
game.
Did you say
Who do
hu-
you think is right?
I said pubris.
Hubris.
But did you?
Who hubris?
Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm going to shut
Kyle.
myself out.
Would you like to guess which one of you three you think is exactly right?
29, 25, 47. Who do you think is exactly
And
right?
you can say you if you feel it.
I want to say me. I still
Okay.
think those Europeans, they get into weird stuff. Older, you always see like a leathery woman in nipple clamps at a music festival.
Yes,
there.
If you're lucky.
and
Yeah, you know,
she's from the south of France.
Glastonbury.
Yeah.
I'm right. 20. He's 29.
Okay.
know
And I
he's-
think I'm right. 25.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Townies, get your answers in right now because the man who went 15 deep on himself while his friend didn't help.
By the way, 15 deep is the Dutch version of Five Below.
Sure. Yeah, there you go. Is 29 years old.
Oh, boy.
I knew it.
Jason.
Wanted to get something done. Wanted to get it done before a milestone.
Jay,
right.
you get these dozen eggs.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you do.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
I will
you
never
do.
eat
There
eggs
you go.
again.
15 deep, the Five Below of Dutch of the Netherlands. All right, we have one more story, Dan. Can you
do.
give us a little teaser of what we're going to look for in this last segment?
I will give a little bit of warning. It is slightly for mature audiences.
Okay,
And
like
it-
the rest
15
of the
eggs
show.
up an ass.
I love that was for everybody.
Yeah, no, that was
That was for your kids.
That's a family.
This one's for your parents.
Family show. All right, Kyle Kinane's with us. This is Dumb People Town. Stay with us.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Hey there, Adam Conover here. Humans Who Make Games is my podcast where I sit down with the people who created some of your favorite video games and have the kind of long-form personal conversation we so rarely get to hear. We talk about how they got into the industry, what their favorite games were growing up, and what it's like working in the trenches of this century's greatest new art form. This season, we've got a whole batch of new interviews for you. I talked to Kim Swift from Portal, Alex Preston from Hyperlight Drifter, Anna McGill from Control, and Alex Beecham from the game Outer Wilds. Whether you love video games or you just love learning more about other artists' creative process, I can guarantee you're going to love this podcast. So, you can get Season 2 of Humans Who Make Games wherever you get your podcasts. Take a listen.
Hey guys, welcome back to Dumb People Town. We want to remind people, Randy and I, next weekend are going to be in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Are you in Detroit?
People should come out to
Are
that.
you in that neighborhood? We're doing shows in our old college hometown of Ann Arbor, Michigan
Comedy
at the Ann Arbor
Showcase.
Comedy Showcase. I know it's not well
Marked.
Marked?
Used to be under Seva, but now it's like just down a block over, and they
It's
don't have
kind
a
of in an
marquee.
office building, and there's always like construction going on, and no one knows where the club is. Just come see us.
Yep.
Like I'm telling you right now, it's going to be. There are going to be killer shows. We got 2 shows Friday night. We're waiting to see if the Nebraska football game, Michigan game, is going to be a night game, which we're praying it's a day game. If it's a night game, then we'll just do a midnight show. We may do a Thursday show. If it's a day game, we're going to do 4 shows over the weekend. We really want to see people out at those shows.
Nice.
That's the 21st and 22nd.
People should come.
You gotta come
see
see that.
that.
Yeah.
I want to remind people right now that we are just over like a week away from my Together tour. So if you're going to be in Houston, I'll be at the Secret Group, and this is on the 18th of September
venue.
for the Together tour. Yes,
Awesome venue.
and then on the 19th, I'll be in Dallas at the Dallas Comedy House, and then on the 20th at Lafayette at the Worst Beer Garden, and then in Baton Rouge on the 21st at the Station Bar and Grill. I think I did all those right. But if you go to danielvankirk.com or Facebook or Twitter,
that up and
whatever
running?
else, it will
I
be.
love
about
it.
the
Hey,
time.
what's the barbecue place right down the street from the Dallas Comedy House? That amazing barbecue place.
I'll find it,
in
I
Deep
promise.
Ellum.
It's like the pear leaf or the banana leaf or something
I
like that.
forget what it is, but it is
Go check it out.
one of the best barbecues. So go get some barbecue, fill yourself up,
right.
then walk down the street and
All
see
you
this.
townies, that's where I'll be before the show. Come say hi to me. I want to see so
yes.
many people at these.
So good.
I'm not joking.
Yeah, it's super fun.
Okay.
All right, last story, Dan.
Here we go. Ready?
Yep.
Okay. This was sent in by Perla at
breath.
PX Caballero.
I
her.
love
Perla's
Perla
great.
so much.
I know.
Thank you for
She's a
sending it.
loyal townie.
She's
She
a
is.
loyal townie. I love this gal.
All right. I'm just going to read you the headline.
Read me the headline. Dan,
Is it going to make us? But before you read it to us, is it going to? Because there are
It's not
2
gross.
reactions. I was going to say, is it going to gross us out or make us sad?
Dan, don't beat around the Dutch butt. Slide
Clueless,
the eggs up.
clueless couple, which I hope means they met on the set of Clueless.
Yeah, or were watching the
Clueless couple.
Said it and called it a fartada before. I know it's too late for that, but I wanted to
drop
get
it
it in
back
there.
in.
We'll
accept
allow it.
that.
We'll allow it.
We'll
We'll allow it.
We'll
Okay,
drop
thanks.
it back
Sorry to
in.
interrupt.
Jury, make note of that.
Clueless couple struggled to get pregnant because of
I read
only
this one.
doing anal sex. You read this already,
Yeah,
Kyle? Of course you did.
I read this.
It's a tale as
Yeah.
old as time.
The tales all the time.
Yes.
So they're having a hard time getting pregnant because they're only having
I
it.
heard that other story. That's where all the eggs are.
That's
That's how you get inseminated.
They're only having.
I'm trying to fertilize these eggs up here.
A married couple who failed to conceive were told they had been having anal sex
Doing it wrong.
after a doctor realized the wife was a virgin.
How did they learn how to do sex?
I think they just
I
guessed.
think
Is it
it was
watching
like
porn?
it was like a rural Chinese couple.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think they were just
Yeah.
any whole.
Nobody's talking about it out there.
Right.
No,
Right.
there's not
That's
a lot
actually
of
a real
education.
issue
Yeah.
in that part of the world where there's
Yeah.
no sex education.
Nobody's going to tell you, and you're going to be like, well, this goes in
I
part
guess
of
we're
a
barren.
woman.
I guess we're barren.
Right.
Yeah.
And yes, the unnamed
There's a
husband
great
and wife,
wall between me and you having a child.
the unnamed husband and wife, aged 26 and 24, sought out an obstetrician earlier this year when a team of medics visited their village in China's southwestern province that I'm not going to
Jiangxi.
Guizhou.
Okay.
I don't know. That's the best I
Fair
got.
enough.
GAZHOU.
She was quoted as saying that
good.
that the couple were very young, but they were very healthy, and they couldn't conceive. No matter how much they tried, the family was giving them a lot of stress because of it.
That always helps, right?
Now, Kyle, if you
Probably gathered around him while they all
I
tried.
know.
how about
Kyle, your
if
mom.
you want to guess,
Your mom giving you.
Nope.
you,
Nope. Won't even entertain it.
giving
Nope.
you grief about
Your
Nope.
mom telling you about the sex that you need
right
to be
after
having.
she thinks that snakes are going to be dropped
Dropped
through the mail
slot in
of
your house. Great.
Speaking of snakes in a mail slot, when are you going to have kids?
be like these people, Kyle, be like, we're trying. You want to hear how?
I'm just cramming it up her poop chute thing. Nothing. I can't believe it.
I don't know why this.
Kyle, you talk like that in front of your mother.
I don't know why
snake
this
in the
mail's
mail.
not. I don't know why this mail's not getting delivered. I keep putting it in the trash can.
Nobody's answering these letters.
I keep dropping them in the
Get a
trash.
return to sender on this shit.
Put the snake in the mail slot.
Kyle, you can go last, or you could say you remember and don't have to answer. How long do you think the couple had been trying to have sex?
Do you remember or
Ooh,
no?
I don't remember.
Okay,
I just,
good.
Okay.
I read the
You
headline.
can go wherever you want then, a guest of ours.
First, second, third. You can wait for us to guess first.
Go for it. You know what? I've been going first.
Okay, Jay, go.
I think they said they were young still, so I'm going to say 2 years.
Okay.
I think they've been going for like 18 months.
Okay. Kyle Kinane.
I want to try a year.
Year.
A year for Kyle, 18 months for Randy, and 2
2
years.
years, yeah.
The couple had been successfully having anal sex, but unsuccessfully getting
having-
pregnant for 4 years.
Wow.
That's a long
4 years of
4
like, not to be crass, but
Go ahead.
in 2 ways you can go down there, and
Yeah.
you just keep going with one,
And it's not
and
working.
it's not working. You
Right.
don't like, hey, let's.
That's a George
know, in a lot of-
That's a George H.W. Bush presidency of just anal sex.
Really?
Yes, 4 years.
Yeah, you're right.
To me, there are a lot lot of those rural towns where there's just one road in. And, like they never figured
how
out
they-
that
that's
like
And
how
they
they
never
do it.
paved that road, and it's a dirt road.
it's a
This thing's a
dirt road.
cul-de-sac.
It's a dirt road. There's no road out. Maybe we should put another one on the other side.
That's basic stuff. At
Well-
least, well, I mean, it has a happy ending. no
Well, when
pun
asking the
intended.
wife's medical history during the visit to the village, this doctor was told that the couple had sex regularly. They were trying so hard. The wife also
Under the
revealed
pressure.
that the experience was unusually painful for her every time, but she suffered through it in the hopes of becoming pregnant. I'm like, I just feel bad here.
No,
Maybe
well,
it's a
well,
sign.
now
Like,
good.
let's not let them put people in the world.
Yeah,
yeah, maybe. Well, here's the other thing.
Doing
It's
butt
that-
stuff for
by the
4
way-
years until our son came along because we
Right.
had to have a team of doctors figure out we were doing like maybe you're not supposed to have kids.
The doctor said she was, quote, shocked when an examination revealed the wife to be a virgin. She's like, can you imagine that doctor being like, wait, hold on
What
here.
happened?
What are you doing? There's a gross part of this article I'm not going to read.
Skip it.
Okay, it'll be on the Facebook page if
Okay,
you want
guys,
this quote.
join the Facebook
It has
page.
to do with the doctor inspecting the woman and being
No.
like, "Yep, you've been trying a lot." That's all I'm gonna say.
No.
It was then that the medic is said to have learned that the couple mistakenly having anal sex for 4 years, resulting in their failure to conceive. Dr. Liu reportedly handed the couple each. They didn't want him to share. You're each getting a sex ed handbook.
Yep.
And gave them guidelines before they were sent home.
Put
Both
it
you
in
guys
here.
Read this in separate rooms. Really study the diagrams.
Insert A into slot B.
Yeah.
Right.
I would be
Tab
like,
A
keep
into
it up.
sloppy.
You podunks don't need to be putting your DNA into the world anymore.
That's right. That's
You
right.
By the way, the
Kyle's like,
Chinese
you're
government-
doing everything right, guys. It's gonna happen.
The Chinese government is on board with this.
Yeah, maybe it's just not meant to be for you fucking idiots.
Let's not push him. To have a
Animals
girl.
figure this out.
Right.
Right,
Animals figure it out.
right. The advice appeared to work as news of the wife's pregnancy arrived just a few months later.
Oh, it's like they lost their wallet and then found their wallet in her vagina.
They reportedly informed the now retired doctor. I like that the doctor was like, "I'm done." The now retired doctor.
I've seen it all.
I've seen it all. I can retire.
They informed the now-retired doctor that they were finally expecting, and they notified the doctor by sending the doctor 100 eggs and a live hen as a gift to her former hospital.
Stick these up your poop shit. I got something to put up there. Oh.
Luce, the doctor, said that 4 years of marriage and neither husband nor wife knew how to get pregnant. Couples so lacking in general knowledge are very rare.
Yeah, and
Kyle will say, leave them that way.
Should not be procreating.
There doesn't need to be more of you.
That's right.
No.
We got enough of you in this universe. There's
Agreed.
not a lot that you can teach this child.
4 years. In 4 years, and you don't have a single friend that you're like, it's not working, man.
What are we doing?
Talk
One
to
hole's
somebody.
right next to the other. It's
Even
not
by
even
accident,
like it's somewhere.
you should have gotten
make
it
a
right a few
mistake.
times.
Let's try this other way.
We goofed.
Well,
Wow.
they are two of our pridest couples in Dumb People Town.
Pridest or proudest?
Pridest.
Pridest.
Yeah.
They have a lot of
Proudest.
Yeah. All right, those are our
There you
stories.
go. That's a
friends.
hell of a show right there. We
I
had some
agree.
day drinking. We had some
Behind the bank.
day drinking behind the bank, and then egg popping behind the butt.
15 eggs.
15 eggs. And none.
Like, wouldn't at 11 you'd be like, I did it.
Who should have kids out of everybody in these stories?
Who
Oh,
should?
that's a great
That's a
question.
great
Like you gotta
question.
let one person
of
in
these
these
people.
stories have kids.
I'm going. At first,
going
I
with
want
the
to
guy
say
at the
bank
bank.
drinker. I
Bank
thought the
day-
same
back
thing because
bank
he
day
just
drinker.
wanted to dance and have a good
Yeah,
day.
but he's
then also,
not responsible.
exactly, he's not talking to his kids.
Eggs in the butt. He's goal oriented. He wants to stand for something. I think he's in a
He follows
roundabout
through.
way.
He follows through.
Follows through.
He's 29.
He's
He
a
still
role
has some-
model. He'll
yeah.
do whatever it takes.
Yeah, you got to go with him,
going-
right?
You know what? I'll tell you that, like, originally I thought it should be the first guy, but the second guy came from behind, and he really was.
He really,
Jason
Jason.
Sklar.
Going with Johnny Omelets over here.
It's omelet.
At Sklar Brothers.
Hey, Johnny, it's omelet.
Dan Scrambles over here.
He's Kyle Kinane. Go see him live. Go to kylekinane.com if he doesn't blow up that website. And go see him do some live stuff because he's goddamn funny.
That's
Come
all
see
I
us.
got in this world.
Come see us in Ann Arbor and check our dates. We're at supersklars.com. Dan, too, as well.
And Dana Van Kirk. Is it DanaVanKirk.com?
Yep.
Okay, beautiful. And oh shit, we got to get back to work.
Dum 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 dum. Stick around, make a sound, hunker down. It's Dumb People Town.
It's a good show.